To Watchmen on the Pod. All right, let's pick back up in our Old Testament reading in the book of Proverbs. We are in chapter 11, and I will be reading out of the 1560 Geneva Bible. Proverbs chapter 11. It is written, false balances are an abomination unto the Lord, but a perfect weight pleaseth him. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. The uprightness of the just shall guide them, but the frowardness of the transgressors shall destroy them. Riches avail not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. The righteousness of the upright shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall in his own wickedness. The righteousness of the just shall deliver them, but the transgressors shall be taken in their own wickedness. When a wicked man dieth, his hope perisheth, and the hope of the unjust shall perish. The righteous escapeth out of trouble, and the wicked shall come in his stead. An hypocrite with his mouth hurteth his neighbor, but the righteous shall be delivered by knowledge. In the prosperity of the righteous the city rejoiceth, and when the wicked perish, there is joy. By the blessing of the righteous the city is exalted, but it is subverted by the mouth of the wicked. He that despiseth his neighbor is destitute of wisdom, but a man of understanding will keep silence. He that goeth about as a slanderer discovereth a secret, but he that is of a faithful heart concealeth a matter. Where no counsel is, the people fall, but where many counselors are, there is health. He shall be sore vexed that is surety for a stranger, and he that hateth suretyship is sure. A gracious woman attaineth honor, and the strong men attain riches. He that is merciful rewardeth his own soul, but he that troubleth his own flesh is cruel. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but he that soweth righteousness shall receive a sure reward. As righteousness leadeth to life, so he that followeth evil seeketh his own death. They that are of a froward heart are abomination to the Lord, but they that are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall escape. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which lacketh discretion. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the hope of the wicked is indignation. There is that scattereth and is more increased, but he that spareth more than is right surely cometh to poverty. The liberal person shall have plenty, and he that watereth shall also have rain. He that withdraweth the corn, the people will curse him, but blessing shall be upon the head of him that selleth corn. He that seeketh good things getteth favor, but he that seeketh evil, it shall come to him. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a leaf. He that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be servant to the wise in heart. The fruit of the righteous is as a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise. Behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth. How much more the wicked and the sinner? chapter 12. He that loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth correction is a fool. A good man getteth favor of the Lord, but the man of wicked imaginations will he condemn. A man cannot be established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous shall not be moved. A virtuous woman is the crown of her husband, but she that maketh him ashamed is as corruption in his bones. The thoughts of the just are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceitful. The talking of the wicked is to lie in wait for blood, but the mouth of the righteous will devour them. God overthroweth the wicked, and they are not, but the house of the righteous shall stand. He that is despised and is his own servant is better than he that boasteth himself and lacketh bread. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast, but the mercies of the wicked are cruel. He that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread, but he that followeth the idle is destitute of understanding. The wicked desireth the net of evils, but the root of the righteous giveth fruit. The evil man is snared by the wickedness of his lips, but the just shall come out of adversity. A man shall be satiated with good things by the fruit of his mouth, and the recompense of a man's hands shall God give unto him. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that heareth counsel is wise. A fool in a day shall be known by his anger, but he that covereth shame is wise. He that speaketh truth will show righteousness, but a false witness useth deceit. There is that speaketh words like the prickings of a sword, but the tongue of wise men is health. The lip of truth shall be stable forever, but a lying tongue varieth incontinently. Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counselors of peace shall be joy. There shall none iniquity come to the just, but the wicked are full of evil. The lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but they that deal truly are his delight. A wise man concealeth knowledge, but the heart of the fools publish foolishness. The hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the idle shall be under tribute. Heaviness in the heart of man doth bring it down, but a good word rejoiceth it. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked will deceive them. The deceitful man, what's that word? Roosteth not. I don't know what that is. Rosteth. That he took in hunting. Roasteth not. The deceitful man roasteth not that he took in hunting, but the riches of the diligent man are precious. Life is in the way of righteousness, and in the pathway there is no death. Chapter 13. A wise son will obey the instruction of his father, but a scorner will hear no rebuke. A man shall eat good things by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the trespassers shall suffer violence. He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth his lips, destruction shall be to him. The sluggard lusteth, but his soul hath naught, but the soul of the diligent shall have plenty. A righteous man hateth lying words, but the wicked causeth slander and shame. Righteousness preserveth the upright of life, but wickedness overthroweth the sinner. There is that maketh himself rich and hath nothing, and that maketh himself poor having great riches. A man will give his riches for the ransom of his life, but the poor cannot hear the reproach. The light of the righteous rejoiceth, but the candle of the wicked shall be put out. Only by pride doth man make contention, but with the well-advised is wisdom. The riches of vanity shall diminish, but he that gathereth with the hand shall increase them. The hope that is deferred is the fainting of the heart, but when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life. He that despiseth the word, he shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment, he shall be rewarded. The instruction of a wise man is as the wellspring of life, to turn away from the snares of death. Good understanding maketh acceptable, but the way of the disobedient is hated. Every wise man will work by knowledge, but a fool will spread abroad folly. A wicked messenger falleth into evil, but a faithful ambassador is preservation. Poverty and shame is to him that refuseth instruction, but he that regardeth correction shall be honored. A desire accomplished delighteth the soul, but it is an abomination to fools to depart from evil. He that walketh with the wise shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be afflicted. Affliction followeth sinners, but unto the righteous God will recompense good. The good man shall give inheritance unto his children's children, and the riches of the sinner is laid up for the just. Much food is in the field of the poor, but the field is destroyed without discretion. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chastiseth him betime. The righteous eateth to the contention of his mind, but the belly of the wicked shall want. Chapter 14. A wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish destroyeth it with her own hands. He that walketh in his righteousness feareth the Lord, but he that is lewd in his ways despiseth him. In the mouth of the foolish is the rod of pride, but the lips of the wise preserve them. Where none oxen are, there the crib is empty, but much increase cometh by the strength of the ox. A faithful witness will not lie, but a false record will speak lies. A scorner seeketh wisdom, and findeth it not, but knowledge is easy to him that will understand. Depart from the foolish man, when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge. The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the foolishness of the fools is deceit. The fool maketh a mock of sin, but among the righteous there is favor. The heart knoweth the bitterness of his soul, and the stranger shall not meddle with his joy. The house of the wicked shall be destroyed, but the tabernacle of the righteous shall flourish. There is a way that seemeth right to a man, but the issues thereof are the ways of death. Even in laughing the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. The heart that declineth shall be satiate with his own ways, but a good man shall depart from him. The foolish will believe everything, but the prudent will consider his steps. A wise man feareth and departeth from evil, but a fool rageth and is careless. He that is hasty to anger committeth folly, and a busybody is hated. The foolish do inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. The evil shall bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The poor is hated even of his own neighbor, but the friends of the rich are many. The sinner despiseth his neighbor, but he that hath mercy on the poor is blessed. Do not they err that imagine evil, but to them that think on good things shall be mercy and truth. In all labor there is abundance, but the talk of the lips bringeth only want. The crown of the wise is their riches, and the folly of fools is foolishness. A faithful witness delivereth souls, but a deceiver speaketh lies. In the fear of the Lord is an assured strength, and his children shall have hope. The fear of the Lord is as a wellspring of life, to avoid the snares of death. In the multitude of the people is the honor of a king, and for the want of people cometh the destruction of the prince. He that is slow to wrath is of great wisdom, but he that is of an hasty mind exalteth folly. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy is the rotting of the bones. He that oppresseth the poor reproveth him that made him, but he honoreth him that hath mercy on the poor. The wicked shall be cast away for his malice, but the righteous hath hope in his death. Wisdom resteth in the heart of him that hath understanding, and is known to them in the midst of fools. Justice exalteth a nation, but sin is a shame to the people. The pleasure of a king is in a wise servant, but his wrath shall be toward him that is lewd. I'm going to read one more chapter and we will be done for this moment. Chapter 15. A soft answer putteth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools babbleth out foolishness. The eyes of the Lord in every place behold the evil and the good. A wholesome tongue is as a tree of life, but the frowardness thereof is the breaking of the mind. A fool despiseth his father's instructions, but he that regardeth correction is prudent. The house of the righteous hath much treasure, but in the revenues of the wicked is trouble. The lips of the wise do spread abroad knowledge, but the heart of the foolish doth not so. The sacrifice of the wicked is abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the righteous is acceptable unto him. The way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord, but he loveth him that followeth righteousness. Instruction is evil to him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth correction shall die. Hell and destruction are before the Lord. How much more the hearts of the sons of men? A scorner loveth not him that rebuketh him, neither will he go unto the wise. A joyful heart maketh a cheerful countenance, but the sorrow of the heart, the mind is heavy. The heart of him that hath understanding seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of the fool is fed with foolishness. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but a good conscience is a continual feast. Better is a little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. Better is a dinner of green herbs where love is than a stalled ox and hatred therewith. An angry man stirreth up strife, but he that is slow to wrath appeaseth strife. The way of a slothful man is as an hedge of thorns, but the way of the righteous is plain. A wise son rejoiceth the father, but a foolish man despiseth his mother. Foolishness is joy to him that is destitute of understanding, but a man of understanding walketh uprightly. Without counsel thoughts come to naught, but in the multitude of counselors there is steadfastness. A joy cometh to a man by the answer of his mouth, and how good is a word in due season. The way of life is on high to the prudent, to avoid from hell beneath. The Lord will destroy the house of the proud men, but he will establish the borders of the widow. The thoughts of the wicked are abomination to the Lord, but the pure have pleasant words. He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house, but he that hateth gifts shall live. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer, but the wicked man's mouth babbleth evil things. The Lord is far off from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoiceth the heart, and a good name maketh the bones fat. The ear that hearkeneth to the correction of life shall lodge among the wise. He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul, but he that obeyeth correction getteth understanding. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor goeth humility. And we're going to end that there, guys, and pick back up in chapter 16 next time around. So until then, keep your eyes on Jesus and your nose in the book, which is the Word of God. And let us embed the Word of God upon the tablets of our hearts, so you and I will not sin against God or be deceived. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.